principles of the electoral system. The electoral system shall comply with the following principles. A. Freedom of citizens to exercise their political rights under Article 38. B. Not more than 2/3 of the members of elective public bodies shall be of the same gender. C. Fair representation of persons with disabilities. D. Universal suffrage based on the aspiration of fair representation and equality of vote. And E. Free and fair elections, which are 1. By secret ballot. 2. Free from violence, intimidation, improper influence or corruption. 3. Conducted by an independent body. 4. Transparent. And 5. Administered in an impartial, neutral, efficient, accurate and accountable manner. Article 82. Legislation on elections. Clause 1. Parliament shall enact legislation to provide for A. The delimitation by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission of electoral units for election of members of the National Assembly and County Assemblies. B. The nomination of candidates. C. The continuous registration of citizens as voters. D. The conduct of elections and referenda and the regulation and efficient supervision of elections and referenda, including the nomination of candidates for elections. And E. The progressive registration of citizens residing outside Kenya and the progressive realization of their right to vote. Clause 2. Legislation required by Clause 1D shall ensure that voting at every election is A. Simple, B. Transparent, and C. Takes into account the special needs of 1. Persons with disabilities and other persons or groups with special needs. Article 83. Registration as a voter. Clause 1. A person qualifies for registration as a voter at elections or referenda if the person is A. An adult citizen, B. Is not declared to be of unsound mind, and C. Has not been convicted of an election offence during the preceding 5 years. Clause 2. A citizen who qualifies for registration as a voter shall be registered at only one registration centre. Clause 3. Administrative arrangements for the registration of voters and the conduct of elections shall be designed to facilitate and shall not deny an eligible citizen the right to vote or stand for election. Article 84. In every election, all candidates and all political parties shall comply with the code of conduct prescribed by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Article 85. Eligibility to stand as an independent candidate. Any person is eligible to stand as an independent candidate for election if the person A. is not a member of a registered political party and has not been a member for at least 3 months immediately before the date of the election, and B. satisfies the requirements of Article 99, 1C, 1 or 2 in the case of a candidate for election to the National Assembly or the Senate respectively, or Article 193, 1C and 2 in the case of a candidate for election to the County Assembly. Article 86. Voting. At every election, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission shall ensure that A. Whatever voting method is used, the system is simple, accurate, verifiable, secure, accountable, and transparent. B. The votes cast are counted, tabulated, and the results announced promptly by the presiding officer at each polling station. C. The results from the polling stations are openly and accurately collated and promptly announced by the returning officer, and appropriate structures and mechanisms to eliminate electoral malpractice are put in place, including the safekeeping of election materials. Article 87. Electoral disputes. Clause 1. Parliament shall enact legislation to establish mechanisms for timely settling of electoral disputes. Clause 2. Petitions concerning an election other than a presidential election shall be filed within 28 days after the declaration of the election results by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Clause 3. Service of a petition may be direct or by advertisement in a newspaper with national circulation. End of Part 1 on the electoral systems and processes of Chapter 7 of the Constitution of Kenya on representation of the people.